Make the ground shake.
Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Gummy, and today we are back for another statue tutorial. Once again, continuing the theme of Fortnite. Today we are doing the fully upgraded drift. So this is the tier 6 version, I guess you could say. I guess it also applies to tier 5 because they're very similar in terms of main design. But yeah, this is the upgraded version. So the one which you get after, I believe it's 200,000 in-game XP. So this design was brought to us by Boris, otherwise known as Boris Bros. Once again, I'm going to leave his information down in the description. Please go show him some love and support. Again, a really awesome design, and he's been working super hard on all the Fortnite statues, and also created a tier 6 Ragnarok skin. So again, for all the people asking for the fully upgraded Ragnarok, that will be on the way again, thanks to Boros. So, without further ado, let's get straight into the tutorial. So the blocks you're going to need, and there's quite a few, is as following. So you're going to need yellow terracotta, white concrete, grey concrete, yellow concrete, white concrete powder, red concrete, grey wool, cyan terracotta, birch planks, black wool, black concrete, white terracotta, red wool, sea lanterns, pink terracotta, magenta concrete, light grey concrete, nether brick, yellow wool, smooth sandstone, magenta stained glass, snow, white wool, nether brick stairs, quartz stairs, nether brick slabs, birchwood slabs, quartz slabs, and also red carpet. So if you want to pause here, grab them blocks into your inventory, that'll be great, and then we can get straight into building. So the way we're going to be doing this is like normal. We're going to do the base layer, then we're going to add the 3D effects. Of course, there is quite a few layers of 3D effects on this statue. It's going to be quite a long video, so again, please do take it slow. Pause whenever you feel it's necessary. I'm going to try and go at a somewhat pace because I don't want the video to be too long. But again, if you feel you need to pause the video, please do not hesitate to do so. Once again, I will read every single comment, so if you do have any issues, please let me know in the comment section below and I'll try and help you as much as possible. And as well, on the way out, if you do enjoy the video, a like would be very much appreciated, and if you haven't already, definitely consider subscribing. Apart from that, again, let's start building. So we're going to start off with the front side of the legs, and the front side of the legs is going to be 12 blocks tall and 8 blocks wide. So starting off at the bottom, we are going to place for our first layer 3 yellow terracotta, 2 white concrete, and 3 yellow terracotta. So once again, that's layer number 1, that is 8 blocks wide. For layer number 2 now, we are going to place a simple layer of 8 grey concrete, and on top of this for layer number 3, we're going to place 1 grey concrete, 2 yellow, 2 grey, 2 yellow, and 1 grey. So that is the first 3 layers. Moving on to layer number 4 now, we're going to place 1 white concrete powder, 1 red concrete, 2 white concrete, 1 red concrete, 1 white concrete powder, and 1 white concrete. For layer number 5 now, we're going to start off with the legs. So we're going to place 8 grey wool. On top of this for layer number 6, we're going to place 2 grey wool, 1 grey concrete, 2 grey wool, 1 grey concrete, and 1 grey wool. So again, that is the first 6 layers. Please do take this opportunity to pause if necessary. Moving on to layer number 7 now, we're going to place 1 grey wool, 1 grey concrete, 4 grey wool, 1 grey concrete, and 1 grey wool. And on top of this, for the 8th layer, we're going to cap it off with 8 grey wool. For the 9th layer now, we're going to place 1 grey wool, 2 grey concrete, 2 grey wool, 2 grey concrete, and 1 grey wool. For the 10th layer now, we are going to place 1 grey concrete, 2 cyan terracotta, 2 grey wool, 2 cyan terracotta, and 1 grey concrete. For the second to last layer, the 11th layer, we're going to place 1 cyan terracotta, 2 red concrete, 2 grey wool, 2 red concrete, and 1 cyan terracotta. And then that brings us to our 12th and final layer, which is going to consist of 3 cyan terracotta, 2 grey wool, and 3 cyan terracotta. And once you've done that, that is a 12 by 8 rectangle, 12 tall, 8 wide, and that is the base of the front side of the leg complete. So again, if you want to pause, please feel free to do so. Now, we're going to do it slightly different in terms of we're going to start building out the sides of the legs first, because the 3D effects correspond with us doing the sides first. So we're going to come around to the left side. From this yellow terracotta here, we are going to expand 2 to the left using yellow concrete, and 1 yellow terracotta. Now, the left side and the right side of the leg are both going to be 12 by 4, so that's 12 tall and 4 wide. However, as you can see, we've only extended 3 blocks over, and that's because the existing row here, that's already our 4th layer done. So this row here, the one we've just built, that's our 4th block, and then the 3 we've just built is the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So it goes 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So hopefully that makes sense. We're placing 3 blocks per layer. For the 2nd layer now, from left to right, we are going to place 2 yellow concrete and 1 yellow terracotta. On top of this, we're going to cap it off with 3 grey concrete. On top of that, we're going to place 1 grey concrete, 1 red concrete, and 1 white concrete powder. And on top of that, we're going to place 1 white concrete, 1 white concrete powder, and 1 grey wall. So that is the first 5 layers. For the 6th layer, we're going to place 3 grey wall. On top of this, for the 7th layer, we place 1 grey concrete, 1 grey wall, and 1 grey concrete. For the 8th layer now, we're going to place 2 grey wall, 1 grey concrete, and then for the 9th layer, we're going to place 1 wall, 1 concrete, and 1 wall. For the 10th layer now, we are going to place 3 grey wall. The 11th layer, we're going to place 1 grey wall, 1 grey concrete, 1 grey wall, and for the 12th layer, 3 grey wall. Once you back up, again, should look something like this. That is a 12 by 4. If you want to pause, again, please feel free to do so. From a corner angle, looks like this. Now, the good news is the other side, which is the right side, is indeed the exact same. So we're going to head round to there. So starting off again next to our yellow terracotta, we're going to place 2 yellow concrete and 1 yellow terracotta. On top of this, for the 2nd layer, we're going to place 1 yellow terracotta, 2 yellow concrete. On top of this, for the 3rd layer, 3 grey concrete, and on top of that, 1 white concrete powder, 1 red concrete, and 1 grey concrete. For the 5th layer now, we are going to place 1 grey wall, 1 white concrete powder, and 1 white concrete. On top of this, we're going to place 3 grey wall, and on top of that, 1 grey concrete, 1 grey wall, and 1 grey concrete. For the next layer now, we are going to place 1 grey concrete, 2 grey wall, and on top of that, we're going to place 1 wall, 1 concrete, 1 wall. For the 10th layer now, we are going to place 3 grey wall. For the 11th, it is 1 wall, 1 concrete, 1 wall. And then for the 12th layer, the final layer is 3 grey wall. So again, exact same as the left side. Once again, that is a 12 by 4. And if you want to pause, please feel free to do so. So as you can see, it's starting to look kind of nice. So what we are going to do now, because of course we have the front and sides of the legs, is we're going to start adding the 3D effects. We're going to start on the left side, then we'll go around to the right side and link in the middle on the front side. So, the way we're going to do this is essentially forming part of the cloak or part of the jacket which goes around the legs. So, we're going to start off in the top left corner on the left side of the leg, and we're going to place 5 yellow terracotta. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to extend 1 over the front side using, again, yellow terracotta. Below this, we are going to place 1 birch plank and 4 black wool. So this is where inventory management becomes a bit of a pain. So again, that's 1 birch and 4 black wool, and we're going to repeat that for a second time. So again, we currently have a 3 by 5 rectangle, 3 tall, 5 wide. Underneath this, again, starting from the left side, we're going to place 1 birch, 1 black wool, and then 3 birch planks. Below this, we are going to place a layer of 5 birch planks, and then below this, we're going to place 4 birch planks and 1 yellow terracotta. At this point, we're going to start bringing it back into shape. So for the next layer, we're going to place 2 birch planks, 2 yellow terracotta, and then below this, we're going to place simply 2 yellow terracotta. As you can see, it covers most of the side of the leg, and it gives you an essential shape like this. As you can see, it overextends the front side by 1 block, which is going to link in to the front side in a second. What we're going to do now is head around to the right side and do the exact same. So come around to the right side. On the top layer, we're going to place a row of 4 and then expand to the left 1 block to give us a row of 5 yellow terracotta. From left to right, underneath this, we're going to place 4 black wool, 1 birch plank, and we repeat this for a second time. So again, that's 4 black wool, 1 birch plank. Underneath this, we're going to place 3 birch planks, 1 black wool, 1 birch plank, and then underneath that, 5 birch planks. For the next layer now, we are going to place 1 yellow terracotta, 4 birch planks. Underneath that, 2 yellow terracotta. So we're leaving the 1 block gap here. We're going to place 2, and then 2 birch planks. And then to cap it off, underneath the 2 birch planks, we're going to place our 2 yellow terracotta. And again, that's what it looks like on the right side. Exact same on the left. And if you now come around to the front side, you'll have something which looks like this. If you do, that's great. Once again, if you don't, just pause the video, go back, see where things haven't gone to plan. And again, if you still have any issues, let me know in the comment section below. So, for the next step, linking up the front side. What we're going to do is we're going to start at the top left corner. We're going to bring it forwards with a block of our choice, and then to the right with a yellow terracotta. Punch out the block of your choice, and you now have 1 floating block which links up to yellow terracotta diagonal like so. We're going to do the exact same on the right side, so forwards, and this time to the left. Punch out the original block, and you have a diagonal shape like that. Now, starting on the left side, from this block here, we're going to expand 1, 2 to the right. We're then going to go down 3 blocks, so 1, 2, 3. From here, we're going to go down diagonal to the left, and to the left one. We're then going to go down diagonal, and it's going to extend this block 1 block forwards, so from the side, it should now be a 2 block extension over the front of the statue. Going back round to the front side, again, that's the basic shape we have. We're going to be filling in this area in a second. For now, we're going to repeat this pattern on the right side. So on the right side, where this yellow terracotta is, we're going to go 2 blocks to the left. We're going to go down 1, 2, 3, down diagonal to the right one, and then down diagonal to right. And again, it gives you the exact same outline, the exact same shape, and then we've just got to fill in the middle, which we're going to be using birch planks, black wool, and black concrete. So again, from above, looks like this is a 2 block extension on the front side, and that will make sense once we start adding the cloak on the jacket later on in the video. So in terms of filling this area in front of the birch planks here, we're going to place 1 birch plank. Above this, we're going to place 3 birch planks. Above this, we place 1 black wool, 2 birch planks, and above that, we are going to grab ourselves our black concrete, and we're going to place 1 black wool, 1 black concrete, and 1 black wool. Now you're going to leave this 1 block in the corner empty, so again that is what the pattern should look like. We're then going to repeat this on the right side, so we place 1 birch plank, 3 birch planks, 2 birch planks, 1 black wool, and then the final layer, 1 black wool, 1 black concrete, 1 black wool, and the 1 block gap in the corner. So just back it up, this is what it should look like so far, and that is the front side and the left and right side of the legs complete. Now in terms of the rear side, we will come back to that later on in the video, because that will kind of link in with the cloak at the back of the statue. For now, we're going to move on to the upper body and start making some progress there. Okie dokie. So in terms of the upper body, the chest, we're going to start off by building that. That's going to be a 12 by 8 rectangle, and then we're going to get to the arms, which are both 12 by 4s. In terms of where we're going to build this, we're going to continue on top of the cyan terracotta here, so in line with the actual main part of the statue. We're going to place 1 white concrete, 1 white concrete powder, 3 white concrete, 2 grey concrete, and 1 white concrete powder. And that is the first layer of the body. What we're also going to do, just to mark out where the arms are going to be, is we're going to expand 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left, and also 4 blocks to the right on either side. And that's just going to mark out where the hands start. We're not going to worry about that for now. We'll come back to that later on in the video. For now, we're going to work on the body, and we'll continue. So for the body, the blocks we're going to need to grab on our hotbar is going to be pink terracotta, red terracotta, and also cyan terracotta. So they're the 3 main blocks you're going to want. So for the second layer, starting on the left side, we're going to place 2 pink terracotta, 4 red terracotta, and 2 pink terracotta. So once again, that is the second layer. On top of this, what we are going to do is we're going to build up 8 blocks. So on top of this red terracotta here, on the second one in, we're going to build up 8 blocks using cyan terracotta. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So again, that's on top of the 4th block from the left side, second block of the red terracotta. You build up 8 using cyan terracotta. Now, either side of this, so there's a 3 block gap on the left side and a 4 block gap on the right side, we're going to place pink terracotta. So we do this all the way up until we meet with that point, and this is essentially going to fast track us to the 10th layer of the build. So again, takes out that repetitiveness. It's pretty much at this point 8 layers of the exact same pattern. Now there are a few exceptions, and this is what we're going to do now. So on this 10th layer, next to the cyan terracotta, so to the right of it, we're going to punch out and we're going to replace 1 red terracotta. What we're also going to do is below this red terracotta, so starting here, we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, and we're going to go over 1, 2 to the right. Punch it out and replace with red terracotta. Now this would be the 7th layer. So of course you've got 8th, 9th, and 10th. So on the 7th layer, we're going to replace this block here, and we're going to go down diagonal to the right. Head over to the left side, in the middle here at the cyan terracotta. We're going to leave a 1 block gap, and in the middle block here, place a red and down diagonal to the left. So on the 7th layer and the 6th layer, we have our red terracotta. Small details, but again, just adds to the statue. Continuing now for the 11th and 12th layer, final 2, we're going to place 1 pink terracotta, 1 cyan terracotta, then we're going to grab ourselves our light grey, so we're going to place 1 light grey concrete, 2 white terracotta, 1 light grey concrete, 1 cyan, and 1 pink terracotta. And for the 12th and final layer, very simple, we're just going to do 8 white terracotta, and once you've done that, as you can see, that is a 12 by 8 rectangle, and if you want to pause, you are more than welcome to do so. Now, in terms of the arms are slightly more complicated by the fact that they have a more established pattern with different shades of red, and again, most of it's going to be covered, but we need to make sure that the pattern is in place, because a lot, for example, the lights won't work properly if they're not lined up with the glass, so it's important that it's in the right place. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to the 13th layer of the build. If you haven't already, go 4 blocks to the left using white terracotta. What we're then going to do, and this is where, again, inventory management, a bit of a pain, is start to gather the main resources we're going to need. So you need to make sure you have yellow terracotta, yellow concrete, red wool, red terracotta. You're also going to want your cyan terracotta, your sea lanterns, and also your black wool and black concrete. So they're the main blocks you're going to want to grab for now. So starting off, we've got our first layer. Again, that's 4 white terracotta. On top of this, we're going to place 1 red terracotta, 1 yellow concrete, 1 yellow terracotta, and 1 red terracotta. On top of this, we're going to place 4 cyan, and on top of that, we're going to place 1 cyan, 2 red concrete, and 1 cyan terracotta. For the 5th layer now, we are going to place 1 black wool. We're then going to place 2 red wool, 1 black wool, and on top of that, 1 black wool, 1 red wool, 1 red concrete, and 1 black wool. So that is the first 6 layers. For the 7th layer now, we are going to place 1 black wool, 1 sea lantern, 1 red wool, and 1 black concrete. On top of this, we're going to place 1 black concrete, 2 red wool, and 1 black wool. On top of that, we are going to place 1 black wool, 1 red concrete, 1 sea lantern, and 1 black concrete. And on top of that, we're going to place 1 black wool, 2 red wool, and 1 black concrete. So that is the 10th layer. For the 11th layer now, the second to last layer, we're going to place 1 black wool, 2 red concrete, 2 red wool, and 1 grey concrete. So a quick switcheroo. And then for the final layer, we're going to place 1 black wool, 2 red concrete, and 1 cyan terracotta. So that will bring us all the way up to the top. That is our 12th layer, and that is our 12 by 4 rectangle. Now, in terms of the right arm, we're going to head over to here. Exact same logic applies. It is indeed the exact same pattern. It's just flipped over. So we have our first layer, which is again in line with the 13th layer of the build, and that is 4 white terracotta. Second layer is 1 red terracotta, 1 yellow concrete, and 1 red terracotta. For the third layer now, we're going to place 4 cyan terracotta. On top of this, we're going to place 1 cyan, 2 red concrete, and 1 cyan. On top of this, for the 5th layer, we are going to place 1 black wool, 2 red wool, and 1 black wool. On top of this, we're going to place 1 black wool, 1 red concrete, 1 red wool, and 1 black wool. So again, that is the first 6 layers. For the 7th layer, we're going to place 1 black concrete, 1 red wool, one sea lantern, and one black wall. On top of that, we're going to place one black wall, two red wall, and one black concrete. For the next layer, we're going to place one black concrete, one sea lantern, one red concrete, one black wall. On top of that, we're going to place one black concrete, one red concrete, one red wall, and one black wall. For the second to last layer, the 11th layer, we are going to grab once again our grey concrete. So we place one grey concrete, two red wall, and one black wall. And then for the 12th and final layer, we are going to place one cyan terracotta, two red concrete, and one black wall. And again, that is the exact same as the left side in the fact that it's a 12 by 4 rectangle. So again, if you want to pause, that is both the left arm and the right arm complete. And now what we're ready to do is start moving on and adding some 3D effects. So, we're going to start off by adding 3D effects to the chest. Starting off at the top left corner, we are going to grab ourselves our pink terracotta. We're going to place one pink terracotta. Next to that, we are going to place a grey wall. Next to that, we are going to place, if I can grab it there, 4 black concrete, 1 grey wall, and 1 pink terracotta. So again, this is on the chest area. Below this, starting once again on the left side, we're going to place 3 pink terracotta, leave a 2 block gap, and then place 3 more. And then underneath this, once again, we're going to place 3, leave a 2 block gap, and place 3. So that is the first step. What we're then going to do is we're going to head down to the bottom. In line with the first row, we are going to place a row of 8 yellow terracotta. And this is to cap off the lower half right there. What we're then going to do is on the left side, we're going to go up 1. On this second block here, we're going to place 2 pink terracotta, leave a 3 block gap, and place 3 pink terracotta. So we have this left side and with the right side. On the left side, we're going to place another row of 2 pink terracotta. We're then going to grab ourselves our nether brick, and we're going to place 1 nether brick. And next to that, we're then going to place 1 brick stair facing towards the nether brick with a red carpet on top of it. So it ends up looking something like this. If you want to make it equal, you could put a red carpet on top of the nether brick too. On the right side, slightly different, we're going to grab ourselves our red terracotta. We're going to place a row of 3 red terracotta, 3 pink terracotta, and then we are going to place a red carpet layer on top. So again, ends up looking something like this. If you've done it correctly, there should be a 4 block gap in between this part and the upper part, as you can see right there. So that is the front side of the body. Now, in terms of the front side of each arm, we're going to start off by coming to the 6th layer. So that is this layer here, which is directly next to where the carpet is. So this row where it should be 1 black wall, 1 red wall, 1 red concrete, and 1 black wall. Here, we're going to start off by placing 4 yellow terracotta. On top of this is where we're going to have to grab a few more blocks. We're going to grab our magenta concrete, magenta stained glass, and also our black wall. So, on this layer, we're going to place 1 magenta concrete, 1 magenta stained glass, and 2 magenta concrete. Once again, it's important the glass matches up with the sea lantern. On top of this, we are going to place 2 black wool, 1 magenta concrete, and 1 black wool. On top of that, we're going to place 2 black wool, 1 magenta stained glass, 1 black wool, and for the remaining 3 layers, we're going to place 2 black wool, 1 magenta concrete, and 1 black wool. And it ends up looking something like this. We repeat this pattern on the right side. So once again, we come to the 6th layer of the build. We're going to place a row of 4 yellow terracotta. Second layer is going to be 2 magenta concrete, 1 stained glass, and 1 concrete. On top of this is going to be 1 black wool, 1 magenta concrete, 2 black wool. On top of that, 1 black wool, 1 magenta stained glass, and 2 black wool. For the remaining 3 layers, it's going to be 1 black wool, 1 magenta concrete, and then 2 black wool. Exact same as the other side. And once you've done that, it looks something like this. So that is the basic 3D effects on the front side of the body. and also the front side of the arms. Now, in terms of the more advanced stuff, we're going to add another layer to the front side of the body. This is going to be the outer layer of the jacket. So right now, this is kind of just the vest that he wears, and the next layer is going to be the actual jacket itself. So coming to the top left corner of the body, we're going to place 3 yellow terracotta, leave a 2-block gap, and 3 yellow terracotta. Now, underneath this yellow terracotta, what we're going to do, on the left side, we come to the 3rd block, and we're going to build down 11. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And it links up to the part we did previously. On the right side, exact same applies. This time on the 1st block, build down 11 all the way to the bottom. And what this will leave you is 2 solid strips of yellow terracotta, and then the inside part where you'll be able to see the inner parts of the, vest or jacket. So, starting at the bottom, what we're going to do is from this yellow terracotta here, the 2nd block, we are going to place a 2x2 of black wool. On top of this, we're going to place 2 magenta. And then we're going to build up on the left side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 using magenta. And on the right side, we're going to build up using black wool. Now we're going to repeat this pattern on the other side. Apart from what we'll do is we'll bring it 1 down, and then we'll just bring the magenta. So we'll link it to the bottom. So drag everything down 1 block. On the other side, exact same, 2x2 of black wool, just above the yellow terracotta. We're then going to place 2 magenta, and on the right side, build up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and in this inner section, 8 black wool. So again, it looks the exact same on the left side as it does the right side, and from a corner angle, should look something like this. Okie dokie, so if I back up now, this is the front side of the body complete. Now what we're going to do is start expanding the arms backwards and starting to make some progress there. But for now, this is the statue. So, in terms of the sides of the arms, we'll start off by coming around to the rear side, to the first layer of this white terracotta, expand back 1, 2, 3 all the way across, and what this is going to give you is a 4x4 platform. You won't be able to see all of it below because of the 3D effect, but it is indeed a 4x4 of white terracotta. It's important you get this out of the way first, because otherwise the hands are going to have holes in later on. So once you've done that, that gives you a base platform for the side arms. As you can see, if you come around to the left side, you now have your base platform done, and also your first block of every single row done from the front side. So, the side arms is going to be a 12x4. Of course, ignore this part here because that's a 3D effect, but this block is the 4th row. Same as the legs, we're going to be placing 3 blocks per layer because the 4th block is already there. So, let's begin. The first layer, as you can see, is already white terracotta. That's done out the way. The second layer is going to consist of 1 red terracotta, 1 yellow concrete, and 1 red concrete. The third layer now is going to be 1 cyan terracotta, 1 red concrete, 1 red terracotta, and on top of this, 3 cyan terracotta. For the next section, we're going to need our grey concrete. We're also going to need our black wool, black concrete, and sea lanterns. So for the 5th layer, we're going to place 3 grey concrete. 6th layer is going to consist of 1 black wool, 1 black concrete, and 1 black wool. On top of this, we're going to place 1 sea lantern, 1 black concrete, and 1 sea lantern. On top of that, we place 1 black concrete and 2 black wool. The next layer is going to be 3 black wool. On top of that, we're going to place 1 black wool, 2 black concrete. On top of that, we place 1 black wool, so 2 black wool, 1 black concrete. And then for the final layer, we are going to place 1 black wool, 1 black concrete, and 1 black wool. So that is the 12th and final layer. So once again, if you want to pause, please feel free to do so, and then we can go ahead and add the 3D effects. So in terms of 3D effects, once again, we are going to come to the 6th layer of the build, so that is the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, and it should be in line with the yellow terracotta right there. What we're going to do is grab ourselves our yellow terracotta. We also need our magenta stained glass. So, first row we're going to place is 4 yellow terracotta, Again, it will link up diagonally in the corner like so. On top of this, we are going to place one magenta stained glass, one magenta concrete, one magenta stained glass, and one magenta concrete. On top of this, we are going to place 4 layers of black wool. So 5 layers of black wool, and that will bring you all the way up to the top, as you can see right there. And from a corner angle, looks like this. So it continues round the pattern on the front side, and it ends up looking like this. So heading round to the right side, we're going to do the exact same procedure. So starting off, we've got the first layer, which is white terracotta. The second layer is going to be 1 red concrete, 1 yellow concrete, and 1 red terracotta. The third layer is going to be 1 red terracotta, 1 red concrete, and 1 cyan terracotta. Fourth layer is going to be 3 cyan. Fifth layer is 3 grey. Then we get into this section now, which is going to be a mix of black concrete, black wool, and also sea lanterns. So for the next layer, we are going to place 1 black wool, 1 black concrete, 1 black wool. On top of this, we're going to place 1 sea lantern, 1 black concrete, and 1 sea lantern. The next layer is going to be 2 black wool, 1 black concrete. On top of this, we're going to place 3 black wool. On top of that, we place 2 black concrete, 1 black wool. Second to last layer is 1 black concrete, 2 black wool. And then the last layer is 1 black wool, 1 black concrete, and 1 black wool. So again, the basic shape looks like this. We come to the 6th layer with our yellow terracotta, and we're going to place 4 yellow terracotta. On top of this, we are going to place 1 magenta concrete, 1 magenta stained glass, 1 magenta concrete, 1 magenta stained glass, and then 5 layers of 4 black wool. And again, that brings us all the way up to the top, exact same as the other side. That is the right side of the arm. So if I back up now, statue starting to look a bit bulky, a bit more realistic. This is the body of our drift statue. Okie dokie, so the next stage of the build, which we're going to do, is of course the rear side of the legs, and then the rear side of the body. So starting off with the rear side of the legs is going to be a 12 by 8 rectangle. However, the left side and the right side already has a row complete, which means we're placing 2 less blocks per row, which means it's going to be 6 blocks. So linking essentially left side to right side. Starting off with the first layer, and again, changing up the inventory a bit, we're going to need our white concrete. We're also going to need our yellow concrete, yellow terracotta, white concrete powder, our grey concrete, and also our grey wool. So starting off, first layer is going to be 6 white concrete. On top of this, we're going to place 2 yellow concrete, 2 yellow terracotta, and 2 yellow concrete. For the third layer, we're going to place 1 grey concrete, 4 yellow, 1 grey, and for the fourth layer, we're going to place simply 6 grey concrete. On top of this, for the fifth layer, we're going to place 1 yellow concrete, 4 white concrete powder, and 1 yellow concrete. On top of that, we're going to place 1 grey wool, 1 yellow concrete, 2 grey wool, 1 yellow concrete, and 1 grey wool. For the remaining layers now, which is the remaining 6 layers I believe, we are going to do solid grey wool, because at this point, the rear side of the statue is going to be covered by a cloak. So again, just build all the way up to the top, and it ends up looking something like this. That is a 12 by 8, and again, if you want to pause, please feel free to do so. So what we're going to do now is add said cloak that I just mentioned a second ago. So what we're going to do is we are going to come to the fourth layer of the build, to the second block, and we're going to place 6 yellow terracotta, leave a 1 block gap on the left side, and also the right side. What we're then going to do is go up diagonal on the left and the right, and in between we're going to place 6 birch planks. Now, above the yellow terracotta, we are going to place 1 birch plank. We're then going to place 1 black wool, 1, 2, 3, 4 birch planks, and 1 yellow terracotta. On the right side, exact same applies. So above the yellow terracotta, we're going to place 1 birch plank, 1 black wool, 4 birch planks, and 1 yellow terracotta. Now, in this middle area here, and again, bear in mind this is all a 3D effect, in the middle area, we are going to place 1 birch plank, 1 block of snow, so 1 snow, 2 magenta concrete, 1 snow, and 1 birch plank. On top of this, we're going to place 1 black wool, 1 snow, 2 magenta, snow, and black wool. And we're going to repeat this pattern all the way up to the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers, where it's going to be 1 black wool, 1 snow, 2 magenta concrete, 1 snow, and 1 black wool. And once you've done that, the rear of the legs ends up looking something like this. Now, the thing about the rear of the body is it's also covered by this same cloak pattern. So what we're going to do is we're going to completely ignore the rear side of the body. You can fill in a solid like 12 by 8 of white concrete if you want. We're going to ignore it. And what we're going to do instead is on top of this layer of the cloak, we're going to place 2 black wool, 1 snow, 2 magenta concrete, 1 snow, and 2 black wool. So this is now our first layer of the body. So again, we're not building the body, we're instead covering it with a 3D effect, because as I said, otherwise we're wasting our time just doubling up on things. So what we're going to do is we are going to repeat this same pattern twice more. So again, that's 2 black wool, 1 snow, 2 magenta, 1 snow, and 2 black wool. So this is our 13th, 14th, and 15th layer. For our 16th layer, which is the 4th layer of the body, we are going to do 2 black wool, 1 white concrete, 2 black wool, 1 white concrete, and 2 black wool. On top of this, we are going to grab ourselves our yellow wool. So we're going to place 1 black wool, 1 yellow, 1 magenta concrete. It's probably easier if I put all these colours together on reflection. And make sure you keep your white concrete. So next to magenta, we're going to place 2 yellow wool, 1 magenta, 1 yellow, and 1 black. On top of this, we're going to place 1 black wool, 1 white concrete, 1 magenta, 2 yellow wool, 1 magenta, 1 white concrete, and 1 black wool. So again, currently looks something like this. On top of that, we are going to place 1 black wool, 6 magenta concrete, and 1 black wool. The next layer is 1 black wool, 1 white concrete, 1 magenta. We're then going to leave a 2 block gap. We're going to place 1 magenta, 1 white concrete, and 1 black wool. The next layer is as following. We're going to place 1 black wool, 6 magenta concrete, and 1 black wool. On top of that, we're going to place 1 black wool, 1 white concrete, 1 magenta, 2 white concrete, 1 magenta, 1 white concrete, and 1 black wool. So again, it gives you kind of this crisscross pattern in the middle. To cap this off, for our final 2 layers, we are going to place 8 black wool, and then for the final layer, we're going to place 8 pink terracotta. And that will bring you all the way up until the rear of the statue. That is the very top. As you can see, it should be in line with the top of the front side. And as you can clearly see, it is, so that is perfect. Now, in regards to this area here, this little 2 block gap, what we're going to do is we are going to grab ourselves 2 nether brick stairs. On the left side, we're going to place a stair facing towards the right, on the right, 1 towards the left. What we're then going to do is come around to the rear of the stairs and place 2 yellow concrete behind it. As you can see, it will give you a little gap here with yellow concrete, but the 2 main blocks in the middle are going to be the nether brick stairs. So again, that is a 3D effect. If you were building the actual body itself, it would be in line with here, but of course we're not. We're skipping that stage and just going straight to the 3D effect. So that is essentially the rear of the body. Now in terms of the rear of the arms, we're not skipping it. Of course we do need to build the arms. So we're going to start on the left arm, and in line with here, we've got our first layer, which is white terracotta. The second layer is going to be our red terracotta. So we're going to place 3 red terracotta. On top of this, we're going to place 3 cyan terracotta, and we're going to repeat that again. So 3 cyan terracotta, and cap that off with 3 grey concrete. For the next section, we go back to needing our red concrete, our red wool, and our sea lanterns. So again, that is the first 5 layers. For the 6th layer, we're going to place 1 red wool, 1 red concrete, and 1 black concrete. The next layer, next to your sea lantern here, is going to be 1 sea lantern, 1 red wool, and 1 sea lantern. The next layer is going to be 1 red wool, 1 red concrete, and 1 black wool. On top of this, we are going to place 1 red concrete, 1 sea lantern, and 1 black concrete. On top of that, we're going to place 1 red wool, 1 red concrete, and 1 black wool. Next to that, we are going to place 2 red concrete and 1 grey concrete. And for the final layer, we are going to place 1 red wool, 1 sea lantern, and 1 cyan terracotta. So that is the rear of the right arm, in this case the left side. And again, that is a 12x4 if you want to pause. Now, in terms of the right side, exact same applies. So the first layer is white terracotta, second layer is red terracotta, third and fourth is cyan, and the fifth is grey concrete. In terms of the detailed section, the next layer is going to be 1 black wool, 1 red concrete, 1 red wool. On top of this, we're going to place 1 sea lantern, 1 red wool, and 1 sea lantern. The next layer is going to be 1 black wool, 1 red concrete, 1 red wool. On top of that, we are going to do 1 black concrete, 1 sea lantern, and 1 red wool. The next layer we are going to place is 1 black wool, 1 red wool, 1 red concrete. On top of that, we are going to place 1 grey concrete and 2 red concrete. Final layer, once again, is going to be 1 cyan, 1 sea lantern, and 1 red wool. And once you've done that, that is the basic shape of each arm complete. And we just need to add the 3D effects. So for the 3D effects, we come to the 6th layer, once again, grabbing our yellow terracotta. We're going to place a row of 4 yellow terracotta. In terms of the inventory, we can clean it up a bit. The main blocks you're going to need is black wool, magenta stained glass, and magenta concrete. So for the second layer, we're going to place 1 magenta concrete, 1 stained glass, 1 concrete, 1 stained glass. The next layer is going to be 2 black wool, 1 magenta concrete, 1 black wool. And on top of this, what we're going to do is we're going to repeat the pattern, but every time there's a sea lantern, you place a stained glass instead of a concrete. But the rest of the pattern is just 2 black wool, 1 magenta concrete, and 1 black wool. We repeat this on the other side, so 6th layer of the build, 4 yellow terracotta. Second layer is going to be 1 stained glass, 1 concrete, 1 glass, 1 concrete. And again, on the second block, we're going to place a concrete or a glass every time there's a sea lantern. The remaining area is just going to be black wool. So the majority is going to be 1 black wool, 1 concrete, and 2 black wool. And it's as simple as that, and that is what the rear side of the statue should now look like. So that is the rear side. The only part we need to do now is, of course, the top of the shoulders, and then we'll be straight on to working with the head. Okay, so for the top of the shoulders, it's slightly different to a normal statue in the sense that we're effectively adding another layer onto the build. So with a normal statue, it'd be 24 tall. Technically, this statue is going to be 25 blocks tall. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off, again, make sure you're at the front side, which is the side with the yellow parts of the jacket. Then come to the front left corner, and you have this row here. Ignore this is a 3D effect. Next to this, we have our first layer of the shoulder, which consists of 1 black wool, 1 black concrete, and 2 black wool. What we're going to do is we're going to cover this using 4 black wool. So again, this is adding another layer, technically a 3D effect. To the right of this, we're going to place another 4 black wool. To the right of that, we're going to place 4 magenta concrete. And to the right of this, we're going to place 4 pink terracotta. So this gives us a 4x4 square. With the magenta, we're going to bring it forwards 1, and we're also going to bring it backwards 1. So that will cover the glass there, and it will make it look a bit better from the rear side. In terms of the pink terracotta, we're going to again bring it forwards 1, but we're going to expand it backwards 2. And this will make sense later on, once we get round to the rear side of the head. But again, the magenta should be 6 wide, and the pink terracotta should now be 7 wide. We're going to repeat this on the right side. So head over to the right side, once again, leave the 3D effect. On the first layer, place 4 black wool. Second layer, 4 black wool. Third layer, 4 magenta concrete. And fourth layer, 4 pink terracotta. In front of the magenta and the pink, expand it 1 forwards, On the magenta, 1 backwards, pink terracotta, 2 backwards. So now we have the exact same pattern on both the left side and the right side. Now what we're going to do here is start bringing it in the middle to start forming the underside of the face. This is important because if we don't add this, the statue's face is not going to have a chin, and it's going to be a really bad transition from the front of the mask into the jacket. It's going to merge and it's not going to look too good, so it's important we get this right. So in between the pink terracotta on either side, we are going to place 1 black concrete. We're then going to need our white terracotta, so we place 6 white terracotta and 1 black concrete, and it links left side to right side. What we're then going to do is grab ourselves quartz slabs and also some white concrete. In front of this white terracotta here, we're going to place an upper facing quartz slab, 4 white concrete and 1 upper facing quartz slab. So this is the second block extension. This is the second block overhang, should I say, over the front side of the body. Behind this, what we're going to do is 6 layers of white terracotta. So that's 1. Bear in mind each layer is 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the final layer should link the 1 block overhang of the pink terracotta together, and that will give you your 6th layer. So as you can see, you should now be left with something that looks like this. One final addition we're going to add to the front side is in front of each of the pink terracottas on both the left side and the right side, we're going to place a yellow terracotta, and that should link up diagonally with the yellow terracotta from the front side of the jacket. Once we get round to the side, it will also link up to that, and it will start to make a bit more sense. Now, in regards to the rear side of this area, we're going to cap the white terracotta off using 8 pink terracotta. So directly behind the white terracotta, we're going to add a layer of 8 pink terracotta. Behind this, we are going to place 2 black wool, 1 white concrete, 2 yellow terracotta, 1 white concrete, and 2 black wool, and this is going to form part of the hood later on in the video. The final thing we're going to do to link it all in together is on the left side from this black wool, we're going to go diagonal using black wool, and we're also going to grab ourselves a nether brick slab, and on the first one here, the first black wool, we're going to place in between the first and the second an upper facing nether brick slab. We repeat this on the right side, so we're going to go diagonal, and in between this one here we place a nether brick slab, again on the upper half of the block. Once you've done that, it should look something like this from above. I'll give you a little spin around, and yeah, that's essentially, I guess, the final layer of the body, but it also kind of corresponds with the first layer of the head. It's a bit of a weird one, and it's kind of difficult to explain, but hopefully that all makes sense. So, once we've done that, we can start making some progress on the head. Of course, this follows the basic structure in terms of the front side, left side, right side, and rear side. We're going to work on the front side first, aka the actual main face, and we'll start off, of course, on top of this quartz slab and white concrete. So, what we're going to do is above this quartz slab here, we're going to place 6 white concrete. What we're then going to do is grab ourselves our quartz stairs. From the left side, we're going to place an upside down quartz stair. On the right side, we do the exact same. Directly behind this, we're going to place a row of 3 white terracotta, 2 white concrete, and 3 white terracotta. And it's important that behind the stair, you can see white terracotta. Now, in terms of the actual front side, we're going to start building up layer by layer. It is relatively complicated in terms of the pattern, so I'm going to go pretty slow. Again, if you just want to speed the video up, feel free to just skip forwards. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start off on the left side by placing 1 white concrete, 2 nether brick slabs, 2 white concrete, 2 nether brick slabs, and 1 white concrete. For the next layer, we're going to place 1 white concrete, a nether brick block, so 1 block. We're then going to place a nether brick slab on the lower half, leave a 2 block gap, place a nether brick slab on the lower half, a nether brick block, and 1 white concrete. So you should currently have something that looks like this. Now on the left side of the layer just below, we're going to punch out the white concrete, same on the right side, and what we're going to do is underneath the white concrete we've just placed, we're going to place a nether brick slab on both the left side and the right side, and it ends up giving you a shape that looks like this. Continuing on, what we're going to do for the next layer is we're going to place one white concrete, leave a 1 block gap. In this case, I'll just place 1 block, and then we're going to place a nether brick slab on the upper half. Punch out the block, and again, you want the gap to be there. We're then going to grab ourselves our yellow concrete. We place 2 yellow concrete, 1 nether brick slab on the upper half of the block, leave a 1 block gap, and 1 white concrete. Underneath the 2 yellow concrete in the middle, we're going to grab ourselves some birchwood slabs. We're going to place 2 birchwood slabs directly underneath the yellow concrete. And that is that layer complete. So again, just giving you a brief second to pause if you need to do so. And we shall continue. So for the next layer, we're going to place 1 white concrete, 2 nether brick, 2 yellow concrete, 2 nether brick, and 1 white concrete. A pretty nice and simple, easy layer. For the next 2 layers, we're going to place 3 white concrete, 2 yellow concrete, and 3 white concrete. And as I said, repeat this for a second layer. So that is 3 white concrete, 2 yellow concrete, and 3 white concrete. For the final layer, we are going to place 1 white concrete. We're going to grab ourselves our magenta concrete, so 1 magenta, 1 white. We're then going to leave a 2 block gap and place 1 white, 1 magenta, and 1 white. And once you've done that, it looks something like this. That is the basic shape we're going to build. Now, in terms of all the gaps you see at the bottom area here, we want to indent some white concrete, and then behind the eyes area, which is this part here, we want to place some magenta. So starting off, we're going to come around to the rear side, and above this white terracotta here, we are going to place 3 white concrete, leave a 2 block gap, and 3 white concrete. Directly behind these 2 slabs, we're going to place another 2 white concrete, and then for the remaining 3 blocks, which is 1, 2, and 3, we're going to place magenta. Same on the right side, 1, 2, and 3. If you come around to the front side now, it should look something like this. As you can see, the eyes are out of magenta, the remaining area is out of white concrete. That is the basic part of the face complete. That is the first layer. Of course, we are going to add some additional details, which I'm going to work on right now. So, in terms of the additional details, the blocks you're going to need are as following. You'll need birchwood stairs, birchwood slabs. You're also going to need some nether brick stairs and some nether brick slabs. So, let's also grab the quartz stairs. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to come to the second layer of the face, which is this one here, because of course technically this counts as the shoulders. Come to the second layer, to the 4th block in, this one here, and we're going to place a quartz stair upside down facing towards the left, and to right of this we're going to place an upside down quartz stair towards the right. Underneath this we're going to place an upside down nether brick stair towards the right, and then one towards the left. It'll be a bit tricky, but as you can see, it'll end up coming out looking like this. The next step we're going to do is using our birchwood stairs, we are going to go in line with the nether brick here, so this layer. We're going to place a upside down birchwood stair towards the left, and an upside down birchwood stair towards the right, and on top of this we're going to place a birchwood slab on each side. We're then going to leave this block here, and on the upper half of the top block we're going to place 2 birchwood slabs. The next step we're going to do revolves around the left side and the right side at the top corners. So come to the top left corner, underneath the magenta concrete we're going to place a nether brick. To the left of this, on the lower half, we place a nether brick slab. Underneath the slab we're going to place a upside down stair towards the left, and to the right of that stair we're going to place a normal facing stair towards the right side. Underneath that stair, we're going to place an upside down one facing towards the right side, and it gives you a pattern that looks like this. It merges in with the eyes, and again, we're going to repeat this on the right side. So to repeat that procedure, we come to the magenta concrete. Underneath it, we place a nether brick. To the right of it, another brick slab. Underneath it, a upside down stair facing towards the right. To the left of that, a normal facing stair towards the left. And underneath it, an upside down stair facing towards the left. And it ends up looking something like this. That is the full, complete front side of the face. Of course, we will be adding the ears later on, but we'll come back to that, as I said, later in the video. So for now, if you want to pause, you are more than welcome to do so. And we're now going to start making some progress on the sides. So, coming around to the left side, we are starting off. We have our first layer. Let me grab our white terracotta. So for our first layer, we are going to start here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over to the left side using birch planks. So we've got 6 birch planks, 1 white terracotta, and then we've got this layer, which is going to be our 8th block. For the next layer, we're going to place on top of the birch planks 6 birch planks, and then you should have 1 white concrete. For the next layer, we're going to place 6 birch planks again, 1 white terracotta, and we repeat this for the 4th layer, so that's 6 birch planks, 1 white terracotta. For the next layer, we are going to place 6 birch planks, 1 smooth sandstone. For the next 2 layers, we're going to place 7 birch planks. And then for the 8th and final layer, we are going to grab ourselves our pink terracotta. And we're going to place 7 pink terracotta. And you end up having something which looks like this. Now the reason it's so plain is because the majority of this is about to get covered up. So we come to the top left corner. We're going to place 1 pink terracotta as a 3D effect. And we're going to build down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it will link up with the pink terracotta at the bottom here. Going back to the top side, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over to right. And again, you have a shape which looks like this. Starting at the bottom side, we're going to count up 1, 2. And this will leave you with a gap from here of 4 blocks. From this point here, we're essentially just going to fill it in 5 blocks per layer, all the way up until the top. And again, if I back up, it should now look something like this. So that's essentially an 8 by 7 rectangle if you include the layer which is down here. If you don't, it's a 7 by 7 square minus the 4 blocks missing right there. So that's the first step. On top of this, we are going to go to the top left corner. We're going to leave a 1 block gap, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nether brick slabs. And again, this is the first layer of the 3D effect. For the second layer, it becomes slightly more difficult. We're going to grab ourselves our yellow terracotta. We're going to come to the top left corner, and we're going to go down 1 block. From this block here, we're going to place a block of our choice. We're going to place 2 yellow terracotta to the left of it, punch out the block of our choice. Underneath the yellow terracotta, we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4 using black wool. We're then going to go down diagonal and place a black wool above this nether brick slab. To the right of this, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks over. We're then going to cap it off with 1 yellow terracotta, go up 1. As you can see, it should link up with the front side with this pattern of the yellow terracotta. Coming back around to the side, again currently looks something like this. Adding another layer now, and of course this will make sense once we get around to the rear side, that won't be a gap. What we're going to do is we're going to leave 1 block on the yellow terracotta. On this second one, we're going to go forwards 1, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. From here, we're going to go back down to the bottom half. On this yellow terracotta here, we are going to bring it forwards 1 and diagonal. We're then going to go up diagonal to the left, up diagonal, and up 1. And it gives you a shape that looks like this. Now, underneath this yellow terracotta on the left side, we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4. We're then going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over to the right side and fill the remaining area in with black wool. And this is going to give you the corner shape of the hood, as you can see right there. So if you look at it side on, you can see there is a gap between the side of the hood and the side of the head. Again, that's intentional. If you come around to the rear side, you'll see it will link around later on and it will make a bit more sense then. For now, that is the left side of the head complete. If you want to pause, please feel free to do so, and I'll try and give you a few different angles just to make your lives a tiny bit easier. So anyways, coming around to the right side, exact same procedure applies. Next to this white terracotta here, we're going to place 6 birch planks. On top of that, again, 6 birch planks. For the next layer, we're going to place 1 white terracotta, 6 birch planks. Once again, 1 white terracotta, and 6 birch planks. The next layer is going to be 1 smooth sandstone, 6 birch planks. Then we're going to do 2 layers of 7 birch planks. And then for the final layer, it's going to be 6 pink terracotta. Is it 6? No, it's 7. I can count. I was right the first time. So, as you can see, again, you have a shape that looks like this. We come to the top left corner. On this birch plank here, we're going to place a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pink terracotta, and we're going to build all the way down to the bottom. Starting at the bottom left corner, once again, we're going to place 1 row, 2 rows, 3, and then, well, actually, just to keep it consistent with the other side, we'll take out the third. So we'll place 2, you'll have the 4 block gap, and then we're going to place 5 per row for the remaining. So again, you want the 4 block gap here, and then, yeah, that's the pink terracotta area. So that is the first layer of the 3D effect. Once again, that is 7 blocks wide, and that is 7 blocks tall, with the 4 block gap. So then what we're going to do is the exact same as before. We're going to start off by adding our layer of nether brick slabs. So we leave a 1 block gap, place 5 nether brick slabs and a 1 block gap. And then for the next step, we're going to add our yellow terracotta. So we come to the top right corner. We're going to go down 1, place the block of our choice, 2 to right using yellow terracotta, and punch out the block of our choice. Underneath this yellow terracotta, we're going to place 4 black wool. We're then going to go down diagonal, so above this nether brick slab, we place 1 black wool, and 7 blocks over to the left. To cap it off, we're going to place a yellow terracotta and build up 1. Once again, that should link to the corner here. And again, just to give you guys an opportunity to pause and catch up if necessary, this is what the rear or side of the hood should look like at this point. What we're then going to do is go back over to the right side, leave this block here. On the second one, we're going to bring it forwards 1. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left. We're then going to go down diagonal and down 1, down diagonal and down diagonal. And again, it gives you a shape that looks like this. From this yellow terracotta, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over to the side, up 1, 2, 3, and fill in the remaining area. And just like the left side, that is the right side of the hood complete. So again, just a few different angles to help you get through it. And yeah, from the front side, it should now look something like this. You can start to see the shape of the hood forming. So anyways, coming around to the rear side now, we have the task of, I guess, patching everything up. So you can see here we have our first layer, which is our pink terracotta. What we're going to do is we're going to build this up all the way until the top. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers. And again, we do this all pink terracotta, layer by layer, until we reach that height. And this will essentially cap off the rear side of the head. You don't need to add any detail, because just like the other sides, the majority of it is indeed going to be covered up. So, as you can see here, on the left side and the right side, we also have this additional layer. We're going to join these together by placing 6 in the middle. And what we're then going to do, just like we did on the sides, is we're going to grab ourselves our nether brick slabs. We're going to leave 1 block, and we're going to place 6 nether brick slabs and leave 1 block. So the rear side should currently look something like this. Now, in terms of the hood, what we're going to do is, starting on the left side at this yellow terracotta, we're going to build 1 to right. We're then going to go down diagonal, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 yellow terracotta, and then go up diagonal to the right. It gives you a shape that looks like this. Now, from this yellow terracotta at the bottom, we're going to build up 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to do this on both sides, and it will now give you a T shape. Above this white concrete here, we are going to place an additional white concrete, just need to grab the white wall as well. So we're going to place one more white concrete, and then 1, 2, 3 white wall. Same on the right side, 1 white concrete, and 1, 2, 3 white wall. Now, either side of this, we're going to be placing black wool, but first we need to figure out the shape. So going back to the left side, underneath this yellow terracotta here, we have 4 black wool. We're going to build on the bottom one over to the right, and then we're going to go down diagonal. In this 1 block gap here, we're going to place 1 black wool. In front of this black wool, we're going to place a nether brick slab on the upper half, and it gives you this corner angle shape. On the right side, exact same logic applies. So from this block here, we're going to build 1 to left, and then down diagonal. In this 1 block gap, place a black wool and a nether brick slab. In the remaining area, we're going to fill it in with black wool. So all solid with black wool, exact same on the right side. And once you've done that, if you back up, it should look something like this. Now, the one thing we need to do now to make sure that it merges with the jacket and doesn't have a solid edge like this is to start bringing it in diagonal in line with the rear side of the body. So the way we're going to do this is, starting at this left point here, we are going to place 1 nether brick slab, 1 black wool, 1 white concrete, 2 yellow terracotta, 1 white concrete, 1 black wool, and 1 nether brick slab. Now behind this, we are going to place 2 layers of 8 black wool. So as you can see, we've done 2 layers of 8 black wool, just so that when you look at the nether brick slab here, you see black wool behind it. What we're also going to do at this point is underneath this pink terracotta, we're going to place 1 black wool either side, just to cover it. So from below, the statue should currently look something like this. For the final layer, what we're going to do is start on the left side. We are going to place 1 black wool, a second black wool, 1 white concrete, 2 yellow terracotta, 1 white concrete, and 2 black wool. We're then going to bring this forwards a layer. So again, 2 black wool, 1 white concrete, 2 yellow terracotta, 1 white concrete, and 2 black wool. What you can do, if you want to, is punch out the front corner here and here. And again, it just gives you a smooth transition into the rear of the hood. It should finish 1 layer above this crisscross pattern here. And again, from below, looks like that. Trying to give you as many different angles as possible, just to make your lives a bit easier. Again, I appreciate it may be difficult to see it. But again, if you have any issues, please let me know in the comment section below. So that is essentially the rear side of the hood. That leaves us with one final thing, which is the ears. So, in terms of the ears and the top side of the hood, what you want to do is you want to start off by filling the remaining area in using pink terracotta. So fill in this whole area using pink terracotta. And what you'll notice, there should be a 2 block gap here at the front. Just leave that as it is. In terms of the ears, we already have the front parts. On the left side, we're going to build up 1, 2, 3 using white concrete. Next to that, we are going to grab ourselves our magenta, and we're also going to need some quartz slabs. So above the magenta concrete, we're going to place 1, 2 magenta, and to the right of this, we're going to place 2 white concrete. Above this white concrete, we're going to place 1 quartz slab. To the left of it, and above the magenta, we're going to place 2 white concrete. Once you've done that, it looks like this, and that is the left ear complete. On the right side, again starting on the left point, we're going to build up 2 using white concrete, 1 quartz slab. To the right of this, we place 2 magenta and 2 white concrete. To the right of that, we're going to place 3 white concrete. Again, exact same as the left side, that is the second ear. And yeah, once you've done that, that is the statue complete. So I'm going to get rid of my arm. We're going to have a little spin around. Again, I do appreciate this was a really difficult statue, and I also want to use that as an opportunity to thank Boris Bros. So he did a really awesome job, and again, as you can see, the statue turned out really, really well. Again, if you did enjoy, a like would be very much appreciated. This was a complete pain to do a tutorial for, but I hope it turned out well in the end. And again, let me know in the comment section below what you thought of the video, but also what you want to see on the channel in the near future. Again, I have got the Ragnarok tier 6 design, which I'll be getting out as soon as possible, but I want to know, apart from Fortnite, because I know what Fortnite skins you guys want, I want to know some other series that you guys want to see on the channel. Apart from that, thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, again, like, appreciated. If you haven't already, definitely consider subscribing. Notifications on. Follow me on Twitter at GummyBearGames if you actually want to know when I upload, because I tweet out every single time. And yeah, that's enough plugging for today. Thank you very much for watching. Till next time, my name has been Tom Gummy, and goodbye.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light